Meantime, making ends meet remains a challenge for a lot of families, and today Governor Kathy Hochul unveiled another proposal that she'll make in her State of the State address next week. She wants to expand the state's child tax credit. Currently, New Yorkers can get up to $330 per child. Hochul wants to raise that amount up to $1,000 per child under age 4 and then up to $500 for kids age 4 through 16. The governor's office says this would impact 118,000 families here in Western New York alone.
But family by family, child by child, community by community, we will make this place better and more livable and more affordable. And this decision to triple the size of this tax credit has the power to lift us out of poverty, lift our families up, continue the trajectory we're on. And next week, I'm going to lay out my entire vision.
Well, she is referring there again to that State of the State address that will be a week from tomorrow at 1 o'clock from the Empire State Plaza in Albany. We'll be streaming it live at WKBW.com. New York State Senator George Borrello represents the southern tier portion of Western New York, and he joins me now live. Senator, it's great to have you on. You guys are about to get back to business in Albany in just a couple of days. What's your reaction to what the governor announced today?
Well, I support this fully, and I can tell you that my Republican colleagues have been supportive of something like this for a very long time. But at the end of the day, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the harmful things that the governor and her Democrat colleagues have done to make just New York less affordable, particularly for low-income families. We just heard recently that they're going to quadruple the price of electricity from the Niagara Power Project. That's going to probably cost the average family in Western New York about $100 a month in electricity increases. So you can't, in one hand, say we're going to throw you what is essentially a small little stipend like this, or you're going to make New York even more expensive for people to live. So I guess the hypocrisy is what bothers me the most.
I hear you, and Republicans obviously are in the minority in the Senate and in the Assembly, and you have a Democratic governor as well. One of your colleagues actually has a bill that is sort of similar to what the governor announced today. It actually would increase the child tax credit even more than what she is saying. In the absence of being able to do some of the major reforms like you're talking about and addressing these issues that you think are so important, do you see the child tax credit, though, as a place where maybe you find some common ground here?
Yes, absolutely. But, we also have other things that we can do that would help bolster workforce development and the economy when it comes to things like childcare. I sit on the board of a childcare center, and, we live and die essentially by competitive grants. There's opportunities there to bring people back into the workforce that otherwise could not. Shortage of workers is a huge problem across this state, yet nothing is being done about that. This is going to certainly be a positive for those families, but ultimately, New York is not affordable, and we are heading down a path with the electrification of New York, with the increasing costs in everything, food, energy, the rising cost of owning a home here, property taxes. All those things have really been largely ignored by the Democrat majority, and that's really what needs to be done to address true affordability, not just these little one-offs like a check here or a tax credit there.
Finally, Senator, I only have about 30 seconds left, but I want to ask you, again, understanding that you're in the minority and Democrats have all the power in Albany, what is the one thing that you really hope to get done this session that you think you can get done?
Well, look, we just broke the supermajority, and that is going to make a difference. It's up to the governor now to stand up because the Democrats no longer negotiate with a veto-proof majority. The people of New York State are waking up. They're realizing that this far-left progressive agenda is not making their lives better or more affordable. So we're going to continue to push that message that New York can be a better place to live, work, and raise a family. And we're going to continue to push forward to make more gains and make New York State the great Empire State once again.
We always appreciate you sharing your time with us. State Senator George Borrello, Republican of the 57th District. Thanks for coming on.